I found, I think it was on 4chan or something, and found 2B2T, and I just started getting on Facepunch at the time, and I'm trying to prove myself, trying to like show some interesting things to the community. So I say, hey, check out this 2B2T. It's really cool. You can see all these interesting structures people made. All this, it's anarchy. There's no rules besides what you create. I think the goal was just to enjoy the server together and have a format that we could all collaborate. Because I told you about the danger of leaking coordinates, and so they required trust. In order to do trust, you can't just like have this network of trust. You had to have a kind of structure to it. And so I think the Republic evolved over time. Like it was a name put onto the social structure we had. And so how with the whole like coordinates thing, there were a lot of people I knew that they led other bases, and I didn't know their coordinates. No one knew their coordinates, but if you asked them, they might give it to you. So it was like this republic of different communities. So even if like one person, like even if I turned out to be evil or something like that, and I told all the coordinates I knew, there's still other republics that I didn't have knowledge of that would, I didn't know the chords of, and so then they would still be safe. So yeah, it just kind of, the republic came out of the, organically came out of the structure that kind of existed based on this coordinates and like secret hidden knowledge kind of thing. felt awesome. I've always just kind of like been a leader in like work and school and everything. So it kind of came like, you know, again, I was like a grade schooler, right? And so I might be leading 8-year-olds, I might be leading 20-year-olds or 30-year-olds or whatever. But, you know, as a young guy, when you have these many people that you kind of are looked up to and everything, it really felt good. And I think I like kind of provided, I made everyone's lives a lot more interesting at that point. Like I just kind of facilitated fun, facilitated that kind of system in government. Yeah. So to answer your question of how I felt, it just felt really good. At that point, I'd say the real answer is that we didn't really know better. Like, we're just a bunch of kids. Like, you know, I was like 15, not like 13, 14, 15 at the time or something. So it's like you really just don't like know that much. You also miss one little detail, you know. If it was like the real thing, we had to like always avoid being captured. You had to like go really far away, right? But the other answer is that people didn't have the patience to like go all the way out, and I don't think hacks were really that, like, they were really niche at the time. Like, not most people didn't have hacks actually. That was the interesting thing. And so you didn't want to walk like 10,000 blocks away. And so it's kind of, in my opinion, kind of worth it, because if you make like one structure and you just sit there and kind of improve it a little bit, it's kind of boring. But if you keep getting raided and go to new places, it's more interesting. It's like you're in the action, you know. You're like in this giant cesspool of other blocks and everything. It's a lot more interesting, I think, to be closer to spawn. And also at that point, there wasn't as much chaos, you could say. Like, there weren't as many people on. There wasn't as many people looking to pick fights. People were generally nicer at that time, I think. And again, no hacks. That's the other thing. We couldn't speed around or anything.
Thank you.